In order to save her former best friend, a first-generation immigrant is forced to embrace everything she's tried to leave behind in the horror thriller It Lives Inside.
I moved to North America when I was 4 years old and spent a better part of my elementary, middle, high school experience sort of trying to fit in. And it also came from a lot of these ghost stories that I heard growing up, especially from my grandfather, and also wanting to tap into that very rich and storied mythology that Indian culture has.
It was the level of understanding and feeling like I have been this girl and I understand what she's going through. And to be able to tell that through the lens of horror, I mean, you combine those two things together and it's a recipe for sign me up.
When Tamir and I were kids, my mom used to tell us stories.
What was exciting about this movie, it was a monster or a demon that I grew up hearing about and hearing those warnings like, don't go to sleep with bad thoughts in your mind because there's something out there. So some of those lines were really taken from my childhood.
I didn't grow up hearing stories specifically pertaining to the Pishash. My dad has.
She's not of this culture, so she didn't grow up with those stories and wasn't on board, which I think is so great. Because when it happens, it's like, oh no.
What is the deal with Tamira? Is she doing all right?
What was most important to me was creating a sense of point of view and keeping the camera very closely aligned to Meghan Suri's character in this sort of A-B, action, reaction kind of structure. And to create this claustrophobia in the frame and create this feeling like our characters are trapped inside of these frames.
It lives inside.
It does feel like I'm looking at a real family. And when I say a real family, I also mean my family and the kinds of families I grew up with.
When there's a social commentary, when it's like a real hyperbolic expression of something very real, a very real fear, being a brown face in a white space.
I'm mostly just happy that we get to have this representation and that other brown girls watching, other brown people watching, they can see themselves represented in mainstream media.
It's called the Pishash. It doesn't kill you right away. It eats you slowly.
The monster itself and that mythology of the monster felt so universal, and I got the sense that I could make a film that was empathetic towards a specific experience, but that everyone could get scared by.
That's the beauty of Indian culture, is that it's so diverse and there are so many interesting folklore and mythological stories that I feel like could be delved into for the rest of time. And I hope that this is just the beginning, honestly.
It eats your soul.
Made in Hollywood. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. We want to know, what would you have asked? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, for more videos like this, hit the MIH TV logo right here. And for the next awesome video, click right there.